that I had a release. Check out the wrapping up of the message. We talked about love, in fact, ignores release. Love is willing to endure, and love honors covenant. And check out Ruth. Ruth tells Naomi, she says, listen, I understand that I've got a release because my husband is dead. Now, even biblically, she was released, Brother Altnight, because the vows that she took said, till death do us part. That's right. So when death showed up, she was free from the covenant that she made with the son, because the covenant was no longer, her covenant partner was no longer in the earth. All right? Please stay with me. Yeah. Do you all realize that specifically as it relates to a woman, when a woman marries a man, Deaconess Black, she takes on his name. All right? I'm going to give you an example without giving us in here. If we look nationally, and both of them going to be with the Lord at this point. So if we look nationally at Coretta Scott, who was the wife of Martin Luther King. All right? When she got married, she became Coretta Scott King. All right? So for the rest of her days on the earth, she was considered a king. Now, when Dr. King dies, she made a determination that for the next 30 plus years that I'm alive and you're gone, I'm not going to remarry because I'm still carrying the name of my covenant. So even though I've got a release from the covenant because death ended you as being my partner, there was still a part of you that was in the earth that I could be connected to. What are you talking about, Pastor? Well, Dr. King had a mother. And because she had connected to Dr. King as being his wife, she also understood that there was a covenant connected to Miss King as being her daughter-in-law. So she says, I'll forego my rights. I ain't trying to preach on Coretta King, but I got to for a minute. I'll forego the privileges of connecting with another to experience a benefit so that I can enjoy the benefit of the covenant that I made when he was in the earth. Wow. So Ruth looks at Naomi and she says, I need you to understand this. I understand I was released because your son is dead, but I also understand that there's a covenant with me and you. Because I've decided that I was going to be your daughter those years ago, I'm willing now, without the hope and possibility of getting more, I'll settle where I am because I'm honoring my covenant.
Wow.
And so she says to her, listen to what she says. She says, wherever you die, that's where I'm going to die. Yes. Whoever your God is, that's going to be my God. She says, whoever your people are, they're going to be my people. And I need you to understand that if I don't uphold the end of my bargain, I'm asking that God take me out of the earth. Now see, that's a covenant right there. When I'm willing to say, I'll go with you when you have nothing to offer me. I'll go with you when I had to lose something to get there. God help me. Because I understand that when I make covenant with you, it's no longer about who I am. It's all about who we are.
Yes, right.
Yes, heavy.
So when she looks, Minister Black, I got to get out of here. I'm going to even close the Bible, let y'all go and get out of here. When she looks at, she's funny, she laughed at, I like that. When she looks at Naomi, Ruth tells her, your people are going to be my people. Which means the only way, Deaconess Black, I'll get married again is if somebody comes out of your loins. Or if somebody comes from your family and your lineage. Now, Sister Barton, we talked about this before, how it is that this Ruth is the same Ruth that marries a man named Boaz. Everybody talks about, their Boaz now. Okay, that's great. But this same Ruth was in the lineage, check this out, of Jesus Christ.
Yes, she was.
So that gives me to understand that in the lineage of Jesus, he already knew, according to his ancestors, how to honor a covenant. Okay, I feel myself going somewhere before I get out of here. Maybe I'll say this is the second close. All right. When it is that Jesus, who had not yet come on the scene, looked into the lineage that he was then a part of, he identified with something in Ruth that he saw in himself. Yeah. And he says, if my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandma Ruth can show that there is a value in covenant, certainly, God, I'm willing to show that same value. So Jesus tells the Lord at that time, he says, God, I need you to understand this, that I'm willing to go down and enter into covenant with some folk that don't even like you. Now God tells Jesus, he said, Jesus, are you sure you want to do that? Because you got to understand the people that you're going to enter into covenant with, they're actually going to kill you. Jesus says, I understand that they're going to kill me, but I'm still willing to go and make covenant with them. Wow. And it was Deaconess black this morning that says when it was that Jesus was on the cross. In Luke chapter 23, verse 34, the Bible says that he looked at these ones that he made covenant with. The ones that were killing him and putting a crown of thorns on his head.
Yes, sir.
He looks at these same ones and he says, God, you know what? Because I'm in covenant, love tells me I got to forgive them.
Wow.
Even though they're killing me. So I need you to understand what it is you did today. That when you partook in communion, what you told the Lord is you agree with Jesus on the level of covenant. Which means Pastor don't want to hear you talk to him about divorce. Pastor don't want to hear you talk to him about separation. Pastor don't want to hear you talk to him about leaving. Because you said today that you knew what covenant was. And because Jesus can tell those that hated him, that mistreated him, that cussed him, that killed him, he can still say, I love you enough to forgive you. You better learn how to identify with the folk in your life that's hating on you and tell them, I love you enough to forgive you. Because covenant says, I'm going to endure. Love endures through hardship, and love honors covenant. We've got to get an understanding, and I think that's what I'm going to teach on Wednesday night. I'm going to teach on covenant. I'm going to teach on it till it's coming out your ears. I'm going to teach on it Wednesday. I hear it right here at 12:16 on Sunday morning. I'm going to teach on covenant Wednesday night. If I don't teach on covenant Wednesday night, the Lord just, he showed up and did something. But I'm going to teach on covenant Wednesday night because I need us to get this, that it's beyond saying I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to title it.
Yeah.
It's beyond I do.
That's good.
Wednesday
That's
night.
real good.
7 o'clock. If you're in Concord, you need to be there.
Yes, sir.
Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. It's beyond I do. Write that down for me, please, First Lady. It's beyond I do, in case I forget the title. But that's what you will hear Wednesday night. I'm going to teach. Because even though it's relative to marriage, it's paramount to marriage, it's also specific to our relationship with each other. Amen. Because if I'm in covenant, because guess what? Let me help you out. Now, let me, and I ain't trying to scare you, okay? And the Lord will release you if that's what it comes to. But when you join the church, you make covenant with the church.
That's right.
And you say that even when it's just 10 of us, we're going to still be here. We're going to be faithful. I'm going to show up, Pastor. I'm going to serve. I'm going to tithe. I'm going to give an offering. I'm going to help the ministry. I'm going to go out and volunteer. That's what you do when you join the church. So when I don't see you, you're messing up your covenant. Oh my God. So that's why when Pastor say it's good for y'all to call me, let me know they're going to be here so you can be covered, because that's your end of the covenant.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't just not show up.
Yeah.
I would have a real problem if First Lady went a whole day without showing up at my house.
Amen.
That's real.
I would have a serious problem that I didn't know she had to go out of town for her job. I would have a real problem with that because I'm her covering in the covenant.
Yeah.
And if I'm supposed to be y'all covering in the covenant, I ought to know where you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you ought not be going nowhere. You ought not be anywhere. Y'all ain't talking
about that.
Because if you're still clubbing, you need to tell the pastor I'm still in the club. So pastor can continue to sit you down until you get sanctified.
Yeah.
All right, God. I ain't see why I always got to go here. I'm done. Amen. So when kisses leave,
Yes, sir.
love cleaves.
Yeah.
When kisses leave, when affection ain't there. So don't look at your marriage and say, well, Pastor, we ain't really been affectionate to each other. Is he still there? Y'all ain't talking to me. Is he still there? Well, if you can still put your eyes on him, I believe the brother still love you. And this is what love will do. Love says, because I love you, I'm going to be affectionate.
That's right.
That's good.
Are you feeling what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the wife's saying, well, Pastor, I ain't getting the affection from him, I'm going to say, well, daughter, is he still there? And you say, yeah, he's still here. I'm going to say, well, go tell him you need some affection. Tell him. Half the time, he just don't know, bro. Walk like we can be slow sometimes. Explain it to me like I'm a 2-year-old. This is what you do. Okay, no problem. And then we go from there. But if he's still there, I need y'all to hear this. If he's still there, he's still getting up every morning and coming home every night, I believe the brother still loves you. And he's clinging to you. And the affection going to come back once you get a greater understanding that the love is still there.
That's good.
All right, I'm done. Put your hands together. Amen. You can open up this altar as is customary, and you come, wherever you are today. You say, Pastor, I need to work on my cleaving. Pastor, I need to work on my